What's up, you guys? Welcome. This is Eric Brent. Welcome to another video. This is Sunday, going into the New Year's. Wanted to do a new video for you guys, some things I was looking at here. But before we go into the video, I need you guys to like and subscribe my channel. I need you guys to follow me on the other channels. I'm creating other channels other than YouTube, because as of December the 10th, YouTube now is they're deleting and censoring valid material about economics and material that could awaken the people about what's going on in the world. So I need you guys to like and subscribe my channel. Again, I'm going to have a little link underneath there where you guys could actually exchange emails, so I can always be able to give you guys a notice of where I'm at, so in case they take my channel down, because I am giving you guys a lot of economic information of things that's going to happen that they don't want you to know, and they don't even teach in school. So with that, let's go into this video right quick. Again, we headed into, it's a few more days before 2020 starts, and I like to do videos before the new year to get people to kind of like just reevaluate your status, your situation and what's going on. And I don't see a better time to do that than now, with money changing and with also economics changing and systems crashing and colliding and stuff like that. So I was reading a statistic the other day, and they said that 30% of the people that will be affected by artificial intelligence are black men. What? I saw that statistic. I said, wow. They said 30% of the people, that's a huge percentage. 30% of the people that will be affected by artificial intelligence are black men. Yes, not anybody else. That's a huge percentage of the disruption of that technology. And that is perfect for what I'm talking about with the family cash machine and what we teach with the unique way that we're teaching in our classes, which is called the cryptocurrency courses, which doesn't just encompass cryptocurrency. We talk about mainly money, and we talk about it in such a simplistic way, because whenever I learned anything about money in school, they made it sound so complicated to where you just don't want to even bother with it. And that's their whole objective, is to make you not want to know it. But we're teaching it in such a simplistic way to connect the dots all around the world, so you guys will understand exactly what the hell's going on with all of these different fiat currencies, including the main one, which is the American dollar. So again, 30% of black men, or 30% of the people affected by artificial intelligence will be black men. That's a huge number. And I guarantee you, I think black people only make up something like 13% of the country. So for us to be 30% of those affected by artificial intelligence tells me one thing. A couple of things, actually. It tells me this. It tells me that we're in dead-end jobs that are kind of like pawns in the game. We're like on the chessboard. We're like in those positions that are disposable, and we're in positions that's going to become collateral damage. And so we have to rethink our position. We have to re-strategize, and we have to reanalyze. That's a lot of re's. Re-strategize, reanalyze, and recreate ourselves, and rethink our positions and what we're doing and with our lives, because a lot of us, we're just, coexisting, just maintaining, but we haven't really thought out what we're doing. We're just paying bills, and that's basically what's going on. So what I want to talk about is, it's a thing that's happening right now in the world. I spoke about this 2 or 3 years ago in my videos, and I actually gave it a name. I call it the virtual global income revolution, meaning that things have changed now. The dynamics of how money is being made is different now. It's not like, back in the days when my dad grew up, and they had America was like the Industrial Revolution type of thing, where, most people came from the 1800s, from agriculture to the early 1900s, 1920, 30, 40, 50, to what was industrial. We had industrial jobs. We had jobs where people, as long as you had a high school diploma, you were able to make a decent living. But what has happened in the 21st century is a lot of those jobs have went to China and went to India and all these other small countries who were able to use smaller labor, or I call it measly labor, not minimum labor, minimum wage, but measly wage. They were able to pay these measly wages to individuals, and those jobs are gone from America now. But again, like I said, when things crash, when things dissolve or disintegrate, there's always new emerging things that happen. And so right now, technology, where I say that we're in a technological revolution. And this has been going on since, of course, '94. Actually, it's been going on forever. Technology is something that is always evolving, and that's what we teach you guys in the Family Cash Machine. Not just how to define money, how to understand governments, and how to understand in a simple way, not in a complicated way. We give you the simple, basic breakdown of how money works, because you need to know that in this day and age, because money is being disrupted. And as money is being disrupted, it's susceptible to be replaced by something else. And the other currency that they're going to try to introduce you with will be a digital currency, but it will be a digital currency that they control your every move. And this is what made cryptocurrency such a unique product, that the guy who invented it stayed anonymous, because it gives the people a sense of anonymity. You can stay anonymous. But again, back to what I said, 30% of the people affected, this is a huge number, will be black men. Black women will be affected a little bit, but not as much as black men, 30%. So we need to re-strategize and rethink our position. And so that's what this new year should be about, is reinventing yourself. I recently had to reinvent myself, coming from a real estate background. Real estate has always been a great industry for people to make money. It's always been probably one of the number one industries for generational wealth. But real estate went through a bad, turbulent time when they let Wall Street get involved and securitize all of those loans. It was a disaster. And so when that collided and my real estate appraisal business went down, nothing based on what I did, just regulation changes, I was forced to kind of reinvent myself and change up the dynamics of how I was creating my income. I learned how to do some different things, and how to move traffic, and how to do videos and blogs and different things on the internet that created my income. But that's what you're gonna have to do. It's kind of like it's a bad time, but it's actually a very good time too, because it represents change. It represents independence, because now you have these girls on YouTube and Instagram who are just basically create their own page and start to get popularity on that page. And the next thing you know, they have marketers and advertisers coming at them with all type of fringe benefits, free products, and even money, because they have an audience. So again, the dynamics of money is changing. The way money is being made is changing. And if you guys are sitting back waiting to be disrupted, you're going to end up being a financial dinosaur. I call it a financial dinosaur, and we all know that dinosaurs are extinct. So, you don't want to go tell your girlfriend, hey, baby, I think I'm becoming financially extinct. Because she's not going to want to hear that at all, because that's just not a good combination of words, But like I said, we are coming to a point in time now where technology is the thing I invest in. It's like I can never go wrong with technology. It's like technology is always going to be evolving. Technology is always going to be creating new avenues, new things, and new opportunities. So, I say technology is like oil, because oil is always going to have value. Gold is always going to have value. So with the Family Cash Machine, what we do, we're creating courses. We've created these courses, and we're making them even more massive. And we're actually now at the process of getting multiple languages so we can touch the diaspora of our people all over the world. And first, I want to, reach my people. I want to teach my people, because as you can see, based on these numbers, we're the most negatively affected by things when they change, because we're at the bottom of the totem pole as it is. And so and we're just trying to survive and trying to stay alive and trying to support our families. But now it's a time to reinvent yourself, to rethink what's going on, to reanalyze and re-strategize your position in the world. And I'm going to say this to you guys, and you're going to hear me say this on a lot of videos, that we living in a time that represents one of the greatest economic disasters ever in the history of the world. But it also represents one of the greatest opportunities for the greatest exchange of wealth ever. And it's not going to be based on race. It's going to be based on knowledge, what you know, and how you use what you know and position yourself to catch this great exchange of wealth. So I don't see anybody teaching my people about this. I see a lot of bickering right now with the black organizations. We have some great black organizations like the FBA and the DOS and other black leaders out there who are really touching on some very powerful points, but their congregations now are starting to nitpick at each other and fight each other and kind of like set trip with each other. And that's why I chose the subject of money, because from my vantage point, money is the thing that we all have in common. I don't care if we're calling ourselves Black Muslim, Black Christian, Methodist, Lutheran, Seventh-day Adventist, Black Hebrew Israelite. I don't care what you're calling yourself. I don't care your political background. I don't care. You have, all of us have in common money. Money is something that we all have in common. And money is something that's going to negatively affect all of us as this fiat currency is crashing and this system of debt is colliding. We go more into this in our classes. We show you how it's colliding, why it's colliding, and we don't know when, but because they got this ability to just print money. And that right there could buy time, but they've been doing that so long, it's only so much time you can buy. And so it's coming to a head now where this thing is about to collide and it's about to crash. And when that happens, you don't want to get stuck holding the bag. You don't want to get stuck trying to figure out what to do and where to go like a chicken with his head cut off when it happens. You want to be ahead of the game. You want to already have a strategy, and you want to first understand what's getting ready to happen. Once you understand what's getting ready to happen, then you can kind of start strategizing and start, creating a program for yourself, so when it crashes, you're actually accelerating. See, this is just how things work. The way things works is whenever something is, like I said, colliding or crashing, there's something else evolving or emerging. So it just all depends on what side of the coin you put yourself on. So knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the key to what side of this coin you're going to be on. And so I choose the side of the new beginnings and understanding how things got so messed up, so I can know how to position myself for this redistribution of wealth that's getting ready to happen. It's actually been happening, and it's accelerating now. And so millionaires are becoming younger because these young guys are more techie. And a lot of the the old paradigm and the industrial period, most billionaires are in their late 50s, 60s, and 70s. Now, in this new technological era, you see millionaires in 19, 20, 25, 30, billionaires, 28 billionaires because of technology. And these people who are creating these apps or creating some kind of technological trend. And so, again, this is what we're about in the Family Cash Machine. We're about coming out of that old matrix, understanding the matrix, and positioning ourselves for what I'm calling the greatest exchange of wealth ever in the history of the world, because there's never been a time in the world that every currency in the world simultaneously is crashing. There's never been a time. So now this is a time that they're all crashing, but we have technology, which we didn't have in the 20s and 30s. We have technology now that's replacing a lot of these old systems. So the people that see this and understand this, they're going to become so wealthy, it's just not even funny. So who's teaching my people this? Who's teaching my people this? Of course, we have all these organizations talking about the problems. We all see the problems, and the problems are so complex when it comes to black people. It's just so many of them. It's not one problem that we have. It's not one that has more weight than the other. I think that it's just so complex with the issues, that can go on and on and on. And this didn't happen overnight. This was a process to get us to this period. But I think I want to deal with the commonalities. I want to deal with something that we all have in common, to me, which is money. Everybody got that in common. And it ain't just black people. White people got that in common too, because a lot of white people are going to be disrupted, and they're going to be left in the cold as well if they don't know what's going on. But like I said, because I am a black man, my concern is my people, because nobody out here really teaching my people what's going on, what's going to happen, and how to position themselves to not just be okay, but to create generational wealth. Because again, like I said, as systems are clashing, other systems are going to be emerging, and as wealth is decaying on one end, on the other end it's going to accelerate. So it just all depends on how you position yourself. So with that, you guys, again, I want you guys to like and subscribe to my channel. YouTube has made an announcement as of December the 10th that they're going to be deleting a lot of channels that they feel are harmful and dangerous. And so, coincidentally, all of the channels that talk about the news that you don't hear on the news, on mainstream media, they're saying they're harmful and dangerous. All of the channels that talk about money and cryptocurrency and the Federal Reserve and teaching people about money, they're saying they're harmful and dangerous. So basically, it's censorship going on. They're doing what China and North Korea are doing. You know, here now in America, it's becoming more controlled media, where they want you to not know certain things. They want to hide the truth. They want you to be in the dark until the shit hit the fan. And that's just not right. I mean, one of the greatest things that I think we all as human beings have access to is the truth, is the knowledge, information. Now, if you choose to reject the truth, that's different. But for people to block information, to me, that's satanic. That's satanic, is evil, you know, because they're not even allowing you the opportunity to be exposed to anything other than what they want to tell you on mainstream media, which is not the truth. So YouTube has crossed the line now. They have now put themselves in a position to be communist, socialist, where you block information, hide information, and control what the people hear. And so with that, you need to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow my link so you guys could be able to continue to follow this information, because I'm not going to just teach you or talk to you about what I'm talking about. I'm going to point out certain books you need to read, certain videos you need to watch, certain documentaries you need to watch, and stuff like that. And certain other people you need to listen to. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out again. This is Eric Brent, Family Cash Machine, and you guys have a happy new year. And I see you guys in 2020. I might do a couple more videos for 2020. I'm pretty sure I will, because we still got about 3 or 4 days left. And I got a few more messages to give you guys before this is all over. But right now, it's a nice, cool day. It's not hot. It's not hot right now. But it's time for me to shut it down. And you guys, again, stay alert. Keep your eyes open and start studying with the Family Cash Machine, because we're going to also have an economic ecosystem where you guys could basically, you'll be able to have a shared revenue with us. So we're going to be sharing the revenue with all of our students that join up with our classes. They're going to be able to get access to a pool of income from the classes that are being sold. So I don't know any schools doing that. Usually when you go to school, you go into debt. Well, with our school, we're actually sharing the revenue with our students. Totally new concept. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, you guys. You guys have a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.